Hey there! Laban had this Right to Heal project, and participants got some sort of like a goodie bag, and I received one too, and I thought I would review the products in it. So today we're going to have a look at this. This is a Laban 325. I have reviewed the 325 model before, but this is a Rollerball. What? Yes, it is a Rollerball. And I'm going to review it, and that is how it's going to be. So there you have it. Let's look at the parts of this pen, let's do a writing sample, and let's see what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Let's do it. Okay, let's talk about this Laban 325. This is the burgundy cap ivory barrel finish. Came in this box. It's a nice box, which holds the pen. And there was a little information booklet in it, which I realized I took out, but well, the standard information booklets. Okay, let's look at this pen. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. So, again, a model I've reviewed before, but let's talk a bit about this writing mode, and I'll once again go over the features in case you haven't seen the other videos. I'll zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so at the top of the cap you have this, in my mind, very attractive Laban medallion inlay, which I think is quite a cool finial. A lot of gold rings, right? We have a clip. The clip is not spring-loaded on this model, and it's quite tight, but as you can see it does work well. We have a center band that says Laban. Then we have a gold ring and another gold ring. Then we have this ivory barrel. Now I love this material because it really does look like ivory, but it's just an acrylic, so I think that's really cool. And then we have this burgundy end cap and yet another gold ring. We unscrew the cap. We have this section which tapers down and then flares out a little bit. We have a gold version here, right? So it is actually gold-plated trim, which is kind of cool. The rest of it's resin. As I said, section tapers down, flares out a little bit, and you have this metal part there, which I suppose you could hold, but I don't think many people would. I would hold it there. Gold, gold, gold. Plated, anyway. And then we have this Schneider refill. This happens to be a fine tipped refill. That's fine. See what I did there? Okay, this kind of clicks into place. It's quite secure actually, it doesn't rattle around, which I like. And that screws back into place. Now, what about the cap? One full turn, about 1.5 turns, and the pen is uncapped. Now, this is a writing sample. Some of the things that I typically do, I can't really do with a rollerball, so this shouldn't be too long, but let's try it anyway. Laban 325. This is the rollerball, and this is, as I said, the burgundy cap and barrel and the ivory. Sorry, the burgundy cap and the ivory barrel. Rollerball, this happens to be a fine tip, and clearly it's a black refill. It is nice and fine. It's also quite smooth. Sometimes they can be a bit, I don't know, a bit scratchy, rollerballs I find, but this is a nice smooth refill. I wonder if it's going to lose that smoothness over time, but so far I've been using it for a while and I haven't had issues yet. Okay, fast writing. Keeps up nicely, it's really quite nice. Yeah, wetness, I mean, still a water-based ink, right? But I mean, it dries quickly. I mean, it's not a fountain pen ink. Okay, line variation. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a rollerball. You can push down on it a little bit, but you're not going to get any massive variation, so that's not really a thing, right? And the same thing obviously goes for reverse writing. It doesn't matter how you hold this thing. because it writes the same in every single angle. Okay, so there's that. What else? Nothing. So how about we go to what I like and what I don't like. Okay, let's talk about the Laban 325. What do I like about it? What do I not like about it? Well, I've reviewed this model before. There are a lot of things I like about it. Somewhat bigger, which I like, but specific to this rollerball model. First of all, the refill is ubiquitous. These are not very hard to find, these Schmidt refills. Also, interesting, when you put this into this section, it sort of snaps into place and it won't easily come out. Of course, if I yank it, it will come out, but it snaps to place, which I really liked. Second thing related to that, it does not rattle. I really have a thing against pens where when you move it around, you hear the converter or the refill sort of clunk around in there. I don't know why, I just don't like it. This pen doesn't do that, which I think is very nice. Two things that are very important. I find the pen very comfortable. It's comfortable to hold. And secondly, very important, it writes very pleasantly. I find this a very pleasant writer. So, in my mind, if you need to have a good rollerball, this one is relatively affordable at about a little under $105 street price, and it's not cheap, but it is a very refined looking pen. So if you're looking for something that looks really nice, very classic look, something you can take into business meetings and that will look, that it has a certain, I don't know, a certain cachet to it, then this is not necessarily bad, right? Things I don't like about it, well, there is one thing that's a bit of a pet peeve I have with the 325 model. The posting is a little awkward. I mean, I don't need to post this to use it, it's more than big enough. But this looks like something that's really designed to post, and it posts. But the pen becomes super long. I would really like it if this would post a bit more deeply. Now, is that possible with the inside shape of the cap? And of course there's a metal ring here that kind of stops that. I understand there are probably physical limitations. All I'm saying is, this looks postable, but when you post it, in my mind, it becomes a little strange, because it becomes very big all of a sudden. But, you know, having said that, I can use it on Post-it, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, I hope this was useful, and I'll gladly see you later.